Hey, hello again, folks. Listen, graphing lines. I have so many students. Mr. Bird, what? Mr. Bird, what? I hate graphing lines. It's hard. Look, it's not that hard, people. The video that I'm gonna show you next is gonna break it down pretty simply for you, give you 4 examples. It's kind of long, but if you get all the way through to the end, I'm pretty sure you're gonna understand what to do. And as always on these videos, please pause, all right? Try to do it yourself if you can before I begin to do it. Pause at any time, rewind until you get it, and trust me, you see it enough times, it will happen for you. You will understand it. And also, please know that this is for anybody to watch. You don't even have to be a student, but if you want to help somebody else with their homework or help somebody else learn how to do this work, watch these videos and learn how to do it so you'll know how to do it for somebody else. Maybe you might want to be a tutor one day too. Who knows? Okay, enough with that. Let's get into graphing lines.
Okay, y'all, let's show y'all how to graph these lines. Let me start off with an easy one first. Let's start off with, let's say, well, I don't know. Let's try y equals 1/3 x plus 1. All right, y equals 1/3 x plus 1. So if we look over here on the side where it says slope, y-intercept on this blue box right here, let's please understand something. Let's learn about these things. The y-intercept is where you start all your graphs. The y-intercept is your b. It's the number that's added onto the end. Of course, this is y equal mx plus b. The most famous, what's that called? Equation for a line. Yes, when you have an equation for a line, this right here is what you're going to use every time. So if they say a linear equation, which is what this is, linear equation, it's y equals mx plus b. That's what they're talking about. The basic. Now, there's two other ways to write it, but this right here is the basic one you're going to see. So we start with the plus b. In this equation, that's the last number that's only in, that's that plus 1 right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the y-axis. The y-axis is this axis right here, the up and down one. And we're going to go to where it says positive 1, which is right here. This is positive 1 on the y, as you can see. Positive 1. Okay. So now we've done what we had to do with the b. Now we're going to go to the second letter, which you can see under it has the word slope, the m. The m is the number that's always, or the fraction that's always in front of the x. And as you can see here, this is your m right here. Here's your m. I'm going to put the b right here too. B. So how do we use the 1/3 for the m? That's a good question. That's your slope. M is slope. Okay, great. What does that mean? Slope means, if you look what I'm circling here, pay attention, rise over run. Or I like to call it the change in your y, that's what that triangle means, the change in, over the change in your x. How does your y change? Over how does your x change? All right? As you can see, the y moves, the y moves is up and down movement. How does it change up and down? That's the change in your y. Or you have the run, which is your x moves. How does it go right to left? How does it move right to left? That's how you move to your change in your x. So here, this is 1 and 3. 1 is at the top. This must be your rise. And 3 is at the bottom. This must be your run. So what do I mean? Okay, it's a positive 1 at the top. So I'm going to rise up 1. 1 space. Look at that right here. That's 1 block I went up. But my run is 3. The bottom number is 3. The run is left and right movement. It's a positive 3. Positive 3 means move to the right. So I'm going to move to the right from that spot 3 places. 1, 2, 3 blocks. See that? That's 3 blocks. I'm going to put a little dot where I'm done. Notice, I went up 1 and I went to the right 3 because they're both positive. There it is. Up 1, right 3. Guys, once you got 2 spots, 2 dots, there is your line. We can graph it now. Let me see what you talk about, Mr. Bird. What you talk about, your boy? Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about right here. Here we go. Here we go. So if I start my line right here, watch. I got to go through these 2 dots. Oh, it goes. Oh, I see. I see now. Yes. There it is. You have now graphed a line using the intercept, which was 1. Intercept is where it's touching. Notice it's touching at plus 1 on the y-axis. Yes. Is touching at plus 1. Yes. And it goes up 1. That's your rise for the 1/3 part. The slope part. It goes up 1 and over 3. There it is. That's how you graph a line. Let's try another one, shall we? Here we go. So now we have another line. I'm going to put another equation up here. Let's try another easy one. Let's do 1/2 y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Okay, so we have the numbers we need to pay attention to. Again, the first thing you always pay attention to is your b, which in here, in this case, is the last number, then a positive 3. And then we have our slope over here. We got to pay attention to our slope. M right here. That's 1, which represents the rise, and 2, which represents the run, the right to left movement. Okay, the rise, the up to down movement. We got that. All right, cool. So we have the rise of 1 and the run of 2. So here we go. Let's start off with the plus 3. We go to our y-axis and we find plus 3. That's, here's 1. I'm sorry, that's 0. Here's 1, 2, 3. Right here. Boom. Put a dot on the plus 3. Okay, we're done with that now. We finished that. We finished using it. Now we got to do 1. Rise 1 up. So I'm going to go 1 up from here. Positive 1. And then my run is 2 at the bottom. So I'm going to do 2 to the right because it's a positive 2. 1, 2. Here it is. Look at that. 2 dots. We can now draw our line. It's that simple, folks. Here. If you just want to connect these two, that's fine. That's a little line, but that's how it gets started. And then we just expand this line. Oh, I see. Over 1, up, up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. Oh, I see. I just keep the same process until my line, look at that. It's drawing the line for me. Oh, and I can go down 1 over 2 that way. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. It's going to keep the same slope. Down 1 over 2. It does not matter where you do this on here. Watch this. Watch this. It does not matter where you do this. The slope is going to be, if I started right here, I have to go up 1 over 2. Oh, rise, run. Up 1 over 2. Oh, I get it. Rise, run. Rise, run. Oh, they're like steps. And that's the slope. This 1/2, that's a slope of a line. This right here, that 3 is just the starting point. Notice where it goes through the y-axis. One more time, it goes through the y-axis at positive 3. See, this is, 1. This is 1. This would be 2. This would be 0. Yeah, this would be a negative 1 over here. Negative 2. You know how I'm talking about. That's how this works. Okay, so we just graphed this blue line using y equals 1/2 x plus 3. And that's it. That's how it's done, by using this. All right. Let's try another one. Okay, let's try y equals 2x minus 4. Y equals 2x minus 4. Now here's the problem with this one. The intercept is pretty simple. If you look at the intercept, what is it? It's negative 4. So we're going to start our line right here. I'm going to go down to negative 4 on the y-axis, which is right here. Y'all can count down that far. Yes, yes, yes. Watch this. I'll do it for you. 0. This is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and look at it, we're at negative 4. Perfect. Negative 4. So we put ours at negative 4. We don't need this anymore. It's done. We're finished with it. But now we got to do the slope. But Mr. Bird, what you mean, Mr. Bird? Look, most of the time our slopes are a fraction. It's a y over an x, but this is just one number. Got it. Take your whole number, put it over a 1. You have now made the 2 into 2 over 1, which is still means 2 in math. But we have a rise and a run. We have a rise of how much? A rise of 2, positive 2, which means up 2, and a run of 1, which means we're going to go over, and it's a positive 1, so it's a positive to the right of 1. All right, let's do the slope to this beginning point at negative 4 that we have. Ready? Let's go. So we go up. Our rise now in the slope is 2, not just 1, it's 2. 1, 2. And now we're going to go over how many? That's right, you got it. The run is 1. 1, 2. There it is. Look at that. Our rise is 2. Our run is 1. We have now 2 points that we can make to make our line. Let's make our line, people. Let's make our line. We start at the -4 that we start, and look at that. Put this right here. Done. Let's extend the line to make sure. So we're going to go up to, again, up to, over 1. Up to, over 1. You see how this keeps going? I can just extend it now that way. Just up to, over 1, up to, over 1, up to, over 1, up to, over 1. Ooh, look at that. How far it goes. Same thing down here. All right. To start my line, I'm going to start here. It goes, oh, I see. Again, if you keep going from left to right, it goes up to, over 1s from the left to the right. Oops, sorry. Kind of dragged that a little wrong. But there's the line. There's it graphed. This is y equals 2x minus 4. Again, it starts at the -4, which is the number at the end here. Okay? Starts at the -4, the number at the end here. And then you do the rise of 2, and then the run of 1. And you are finished. Should be done. Rise of 2, run of 1, yes. All right? Let's do 2 more examples. How do you do negatives? Negative slopes and negative whole numbers. Let's go. Ooh, let's do a good one. Y equals -3/5 x plus 2. All right, let's do this quickly. Let's see how quickly we can do this. Where are we starting at? You got it. The plus 2. Plus 2 on the y. Always start on the y, never the x. No, you don't start on the x. You start on the y-axis. Plus 2. So we're going to find plus 2. That's 0, 1, 2. Plus 2 on the y. Right there. Now, our rise, 3. But it's a -3. What does that mean? Yeah, you take the negative and always assign it to the top number. Always assign the negative to the top number, please. So we're not going to go up 3. We're going to go down 3 because this is -3. So it's going to go down from here. 1. Look at that. 2. Look at that. 3. We go down 3. And then we're going to go, oh, our run is 5. There's no negative in front of that 5, so it's positive. So again, we're going to go 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. 5 squares to the right. So from our dot, our initial starting point at plus 2, what it says there, we go down 3. That's our rise. See, it's included. Down 3 and over 5. -3 over 5. And now we can make our line. We shall connect the dots. Here we go. I'm going to connect this dot right here. Boom. Oh, I see it now. And then we can do it again. Let's go down another 3 and over another 5. Boom. Down another 3. We can't reach 5 at the end of this, but at least we know where we're going. Over the 5 right there. Boom. We're out. We're out. Boom. Look how we're just creating this line. We're just going to keep doing it that way. Up 3 over 5. There we go. There we go. Right there. Hey, we done, look at that. We done graphed the line. We done graphed the line. It's not completely straight, but you can see how it works now. Correct? Got you. All right. This is how we graph lines. And notice something. This is a negative slope. This slope is negative. Look at this. It's, oops, sorry. This slope says -3/5. If you notice something about -3/5, it's a negative slope line. How do I know it's negative slope? Just by looking at it, though. Well, let's just say if I'm going from left to right, boom. If I start going this way, I'm going downhill, negative slope. But if I'm going from left to right and I start going up, that's a positive slope because it's going up from left to right. Negative slopes are down from left to right. Positive slopes are up from left to right. So if you see this M part and it's negative, we know that the graph is going to look like this. It's going down from left to right. But if this is positive, we know it's going up from left to right. We know this. We know this. All right. All right, guys. One more graph and we'll be out of here. You ready? Let's do it. Let's try y equals -3x minus 6. Now notice something. Oh, I'm sorry. There's no negative in front of that 3. -3x minus 6. Folks, our slope, or our intercept is -6. We got that. I'm sorry. The intercept is -6. Understood. But our slope is a -3. What did I tell you to do when there's just one number there, not two? We need a fraction in the slope position, in the M position. How do we make it a fraction? We put it over a 1. Again, now we've made a fraction. So our rise for this is going to be what? Our rise is right, -3. And our run is 1. Okay, but again, we got to start where? Here at -6. So let's put our point at -6 to start off right. Oh man, the numbers aren't even on this graph. Let's write them. Here we go. We got 0, we got -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6. Yep, there's our starting point right there, folks. Let's start it right there. Boom. Start on -6. All right, our rise is -3, which means we're actually going to go down because a negative rise or a negative number means we go down for the top number. So 1, 2, 3. And then our run is still +1 at the bottom. See, it's still a +1. There's no negative in front of that. 1. There it is. There's our 2 dots. -3 and 1. All right, folks. Connect the dots to create our line. Here we go. Boom. And it's going down from left to right, as you can see. So that's why it has a negative slope. Ooh, let me make that line better. It looks ugly. Let me make that line better. Ooh, where'd you go? Come on, back it up. Here it is. Start from here. Again, right there, better. Okay, so now we go. It's going to be down 1 over 3, so we're going to go over 1 and up 3 to try to do it the other direction. See that? But look. It's still. From left to right, you're doing down 1s and over 3s. Down 1s and over 3s from left to right. It doesn't matter how far we extend this line, it will keep the slope no matter where we are. How is that true? Let me show you. Here, let me rewrite that again because that junk looks so crazy. There we go. It's going to keep the down 1 over 3 no matter what we do. Watch. So even if I started here on this part of the graph right here, I'm going to go down how many and over how many to get to the next point on the blue line. Right there, look at it. I went down 3 over 1. Let me see if I have to do it again. Down 3 over 1. Yeah, it still hits a spot on the graph. Look at that. -3, 1. The slope for this is -3 over 1. The rise, or the y, over the x. The change in the y, which is -3, over the change in the x, which is 1. Yeah? Change in the y over the change in the x. Yes! Oh, this works every single time, folks. All right. Y'all, that's all there is about graphing lines. If you have any more questions, please feel free to rewind this. Look at it again to make sure that you got it in your head how to do the slope, the m part of the y equals mx plus b, the rise over the run, and how to use the intercept, the b, in order to graph the lines properly. Take care.
I really hope that video helped you guys. Listen, at any time you have any questions when you watch a video and things aren't clear or you have more questions, by all means, please reach out to us at info@ebotutoring.com. That's info@ebotutoring.com. Please email us for clarification because, again, if you want to tutor or you want to show this to somebody else or you are a student yourself, you want to understand it better, you can get clarification and be able to share this so that everybody can learn math in an easy way and everybody can get their grades up in math and just get better at academia altogether. All right? Take care, and I hope to hear from you soon.